where the macabre things are. I'm Molly Macabre. I am a self-published horror author. My book Dark Bloom is on Amazon. Audiobook is wherever you can find audiobooks, so go check it out. On today's episode, we are going to be doing a book review. All right, this was a book. This was a big old beautiful chunky book that I started in December. It took me about 2 months to read, but that's because I'm a super slow reader. My book is Scourge by Rodney Mcwilliams. Super cool cover there. All right, the premise. So, Scourge starts us out right off the bat in the middle of the action. We have a murder. And it's not detectives coming upon the scene. It is like right at the end of a murder, and a nearby witness is checking it out. This witness is trying to make sure everything's okay. Then the detectives come and check out the scene, etc. So, if you are a fan of crime, if you're a fan of crime, if you like crimes, if you do crimes, you're going to love this book. No. If you're a fan of whodunits or crime fiction, this is going to start you off really intrigued because right off the bat, we have a really strangely performed murder. Then we start to get into our cast of characters. This book focuses on two detectives as the main characters. So we have Detective Angela Benson and Detective Joe Anderson. So these two characters are really cool. I loved getting to know them. I loved watching them grow and how they performed this investigation together. They're newly partnered, and Angela's a bit younger. She's in the police force against the will of her father. Her father was like, no, you need to do something greater with your life. But she felt this calling. She was like, nope, this is what I want to do. I want to help people. Joe Anderson is older and has sort of a more tragic backstory. I won't give you any details on that. But he becomes sort of a father figure to Angela. So not just a partner, not just a friend, but really supports her and listens to her. And this is really great. Just their connection throughout the entire book is fantastic. But not only do we get to know these two detectives, this book is third-person omniscient. So every time McWilliams brings a character in, we get to know a lot about them. We get to dive into their backstories. We get to figure out why they are at this place on this particular day, what they're doing, where they came from. And so that's really cool. You get to take a dive into the victims before they meet their end. You get glimpses at the people who are suffering because of their losses of these victims, family members, friends, coworkers. You really get a lot of perspectives here, and each one just feels so unique and just like the world is. Just there's so many different types of people. There's so many different things going on. Another really cool thing I loved about this book was the attention to detail and the amount of research that must have gone into this. We get to see how the police investigation is done. We get to see how the medical examiners work. We get like the layouts of buildings. We get intricate information as to the structure of New York City. We get detailed weather. We get detailed descriptions of each scene. I mean, I felt like I was there, and I had an idea of what Angela looked like in my head. I had Joe in my head. I had all these different characters. It was very, very well done. So we have these murders being done in New York City, and they are really gruesome, but they don't seem to be crimes of passion or something done by a serial killer, although that is what everyone starts to think at first. But they almost have this ritualistic aspect to them. There's a really terrifying weapon used. There's really some key characteristics about these crimes that I thought I knew what was going on at first, pretty much from the beginning, but my suspicions were not confirmed until later. but there was so much more to it than just what I thought. So throughout, you're getting different sections and different chapters from points of views of different people involved. Some you're not even sure how they're involved, but everything comes together. You're starting with all these different points of views, and slowly as the book goes on, they start coming closer and closer together, which was really cool. I loved how, some of these characters even ended up meeting and really working through this whole situation together in a way. This is a urban fantasy. This is a paranormal fantasy. So if that's your thing, definitely check this out. I don't want to give away anything because I want you to be as surprised as I was. Even once you figure out who is committing the murders, then there's just more questions. And McWilliams does a great job of answering all of those questions. And once you get towards the last fourth of the book, you are just getting things fired at you, and it's like, oh, okay, now I know what's going on. Oh wait, no, not really, because here's some more information. It's really well done. It is very, very intricate. So as far as the layout of this book, I always like a book with short chapters because they just kind of, sometimes when I get in bed at night, it's like, okay, I have like negative 10 minutes to read. I am going to try to just read a couple pages. So short chapters are really great for me. This book does have longer chapters, but what's cool is they are separated a lot by these little, they have a word and I don't remember what they're called. So if you know, let me know. I feel like it's a silly word. So even though I usually could not get through a chapter at night, I would at least get to one of those sections, and that was really cool. Then in the back, I wouldn't go to the back until you are finished because there's a lot of information about the lore and the research done for this book. But it just goes to show you how much was put into this. Scourge by Rodney Mcwilliams, definitely a book that I just was thinking about all day long until I could get to reading it. I wanted to know more about what happened. I love the world that he built for you. We're in today's world. Everything is similar except for this little paranormal, just inconvenience that New York City police are dealing with. So it was a really fun read. It was exciting. It was dark. It was gruesome at times. Kept me on the edge of my seat. Really ready for more at every page turn. If you enjoy urban fantasy, if you enjoy a story that you just is going to suck you in until you have all the answers, definitely go pick this up. This book is a trilogy. Rodney actually just released the third book in it. So definitely go check it out. I'll have some links below. So go support a self-published author. Go pick this up on Amazon, or go support the author directly. He offers signed copies. Just a really fantastic book. Don't miss out on this one. All right. I really hope you loved this book review on Scourge by Rodney Mcwilliams. If you enjoyed, give this channel a like, subscribe. If you've read this book, tell me in the comments, what your favorite part was or something you liked about it. If you haven't read it, definitely go check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day, and stay macabre.